My ambitions have always been to, aspire to be the best race car driver I can be, become a professional motorsport athlete, be paid to do what I love.
I hope in a few years' time that I can be a professional driver, completely paid, like doing GTs or maybe even prototypes.
You know, I'm really fortunate to be able to race. You know, racing isn't a cheap sport. So, yeah, I'm just taking it every race at a time and, realizing how the position I am and how fortunate I am to even be able to race.
It's actually just to go as far as I can go. So I'm going to work very hard. So hopefully I can get to an F1 and, bring the Indonesian flag back to Formula 1.
My aim is obviously Formula 1, but obviously I started with Formula 4 and let's see where my future takes me.
It's Sunday, the final day of racing here at Event 3 in Sentul. The drivers' fastest lap times from Race 4 would determine the starting lineup for the 12-lap Race 5. A bout of food poisoning and a trip to the hospital means Daniel Frost is missing from pole position. Fane Kahia will start alone at the front. Home heroes Presley Martono starts in P4, while Keanon Santoso starts in P6. Dry conditions for the 12-lap Race 5. Clean starts from all the drivers. Fane surging in front with Presley jumping into second ahead of Akash Gowda. Under pressure while jostling for position, Wing Hung would go for a spin. While he would rejoin the race, it meant a brief period under the safety car. At the restart, some quick lap times from Kahia saw him open a 2.6-second gap on Martono.
And I just chucked it all into this race, and once I knew how fast I was going, I just kept in my head, keep doing the same thing, and I kept doing it.
Behind the leaders, the rest of the field pulled out all the stops. After closing in on compatriot Wing Hun, a failed overtaking maneuver by Ishraf sees the young Malaysian spin off and retire from the race. In the end, it's the Kiwi Kahia crossing the line first for his second win of the weekend. It's a good day to be Indonesian, with Wonder Boy Martono flying the flag on the podium in second. He also secures the rookie win. Akash Gowda's third, Chia Wing Hung in the points in fourth, and India's Mohammad Nalwala in fifth.
The heavens have opened up and it's decided it's going to be a wet race for race 6 here at the Formula 4 at Sentul International Circuit. I'm with the general manager, Ananda Mikola. Look, it's been an exciting weekend.
It's excellent because it's the first time also for us to have this international event in the last 5 years. And it is a good championship Formula 4 because we have all the good driver, the newer, the star of rising star from go-kart. And hopefully in the future we have more driver on the grid from Indonesia, because my goal to have a Formula 1 driver from Southeast Asia or from Formula 4 to be in the higher level in the world class.
Okay, so you've been a driver before. How important is an event like this to bring up an international name for our local drivers?
Yeah, in the past we have Naru Championship, but I think in the last 10 years this is the best championship what we have.
Let's enjoy race 6.
The finishing order of Race 5 would determine the starting grid for Race 6 with a twist, as the grid was again reversed for the final race of the weekend. Malaysia's Wing Hung starts on pole position with Akash Gowda alongside him. Indonesian hopes lie in Presley Martono in third, with Keanon Santoso in sixth. Daniel Frost rejoins the grid after his bout of illness in ninth. Wet conditions for the final race of the weekend, all 14 laps of it. A poor start from the pole sitter Wing Hung saw him drop to the back of the grid, while Akash Gowda stormed into the lead. But the Indian teenager had Kahia and Martono breathing down his neck. The Kiwi overtaking him by the second lap to pull away in front with some quick laps. Akash was left with the hard task of defending against a determined Presley. Pole sitter Wing Hung would have his own dramas as he spun off the track and retired. The safety car a blessing for Frost, who would then catch up to Nalwala. The race would resume on lap 8, Kahia quicker off the mark.
I made sure to do a really technical start, confuse the guys behind me a little bit, which worked greatly, And I just worked it to a T, and boom, last corner, just foot flat, gunned it, and I held the lead from the safety car restart to the finish.
Martono would capitalize on his pace to overtake Akash for second. In the race to the finish line, Gowda successfully defends his third place. Fain Kahya with his third consecutive win. Indonesia's Presley Martono finishes in second, with compatriot Keanon Santoso finishing in seventh. With that, Event 3 of the Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship drew to a close. Unlike the championship point system, the event champion points sees the drivers graded on reverse points. Indonesia's Presley Martono has a total of 17 points. Number 55, Fain Kahya from New Zealand, secures 19 points. Number 33, India's Akash Gowda has 21 points. India's Muhammad Nalwala secures 29 points. Malaysia's Ishraf Danish finishes the weekend with 33 points. The number 66 of Singapore's Daniel Frost secures 36 points, while Oman's Khalid Al-Wahibi finishes the weekend with 38 points. Homeboy Keanon Santoso finishes with 38 points, and Chia Wing Hung from Malaysia finishes the weekend on 39 points. The objective is to attain the lowest points to be declared the event champion. With 5 second-place finishes and 1 rare victory, 17 points sees Indonesian home favourite Presley Martono awarded the Fuji Xerox Star Driver Award for being the overall champion for Event 3.
Yeah, it's good because it's my home race, so to get the overall champion is really good. So we made up ground in the championship, but just gonna look for these results in the next 3 rounds because we're only halfway, and I think Sentul was a really good success for the F4 coming here, the interest and everything.
It's been an incredible week here at Sentul International Circuit. It was a good decision to come here because it brought the Indonesian talent forward. It also brought interest from the karters, and people were able to come here and speak to the drivers, feel the cars, see what we're talking about. So I believe now we're in a good position to actually bring more Indonesians to our grid in the future.
3 events done, just 3 to go. The championship moves from Indonesia back to Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia for Event 4. Buriram Thailand is scheduled for January, with a final Event 6 to be held back at Sepang.
Well, that wraps up another fantastic weekend of racing from the Formula 4 Southeast Asia Championship.
And as we pass the halfway point of the championship, we know there's plenty more racing action to come when the drivers return for Event 5 in Sepang, Malaysia.
Always hot, always humid, and you know what? Always a chance of rain. Make sure to add us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we'll see you next time.